The Israeli military shows no let-up in its attacks in southern Lebanon. It's carried out more strikes after issuing forced evacuation warnings to 2 areas. Israel says its forces are targeting Hezbollah sites and infrastructure in the towns of Chehour and Deir Kifa. And it follows an attack on Wednesday that killed at least 1 person and injured another 11 in the town of al-Tiri. And at least 13 people died in a strike on a Palestinian refugee camp in the city of Sidon on Tuesday. That's despite last year's ceasefire, which ended 14 months of cross-border conflict with Hezbollah. Zeina Khodr is joining us now from Beirut. Zeina, what more do we know about these attacks in southern Lebanon, first of all?
In the past few minutes, the Israeli military destroyed up to 3 buildings in 2 towns in southern Lebanon after issuing evacuation orders an hour earlier. And in the past few minutes, the Israeli army spokesperson has issued yet another evacuation order telling people who live in 2 other towns in southern Lebanon to leave, posting a map on social media showing exactly which buildings they intend to hit. A ceasefire was agreed back in November last year, but since then, this, really has been a simmering conflict, with Israel continuing to carry out near daily attacks. And more often than not, these attacks come without prior warning. This is the second time this month that the Israeli army is issuing these evacuation orders. Really, they have a psychological impact, if you like. It creates chaos. It creates panic. People rush to pick up their children from schools. They pack whatever they can, leave their villages for a few minutes or, for as long as it takes. So it creates that sort of atmosphere. And there's growing concern that this simmering conflict is now gradually escalating.
Give us some context here, Zeina. I mean, how worrying is this, given the fact you've said that these attacks are happening almost daily, but, of course, in the last 24 hours, we saw the attacks in al-Tiri and Sidon.
It's been a while now, in the past few weeks, that everybody in Lebanon has been concerned, saying, when will Israel escalate this conflict? The Israeli officials have been threatening to do just that, accusing Hezbollah of rearming, accusing the Lebanese government of not doing enough to disarm Hezbollah and other non-state actors in the country. So really the pressure has been building up, and the strikes are becoming more frequent, and even the choice of targets are expanding. It's quite interesting to see how Israel is now targeting municipality workers across southern Lebanon. In recent days, they've killed quite a number of them. These are civilians. Even if they are affiliated with Hezbollah, rights groups have said that they are protected as civilians under international humanitarian law. So the feeling is that they are trying to instill fear, especially in the population in the south of the country, supporters of Hezbollah, to put even more pressure on the group. Israel wants, the Lebanese state to disarm Hezbollah, and the Lebanese state has been treading carefully to avoid internal conflict. So the situation is very tense. I know a lot of people in Beirut who have received phone calls at home telling them to evacuate their buildings because their buildings could be hit, and that's here in Beirut. So the scare tactics are being used to create tension and chaos and panic in the country.
Zeina Khodr in Beirut. Zeina, thank you.
Don't miss out. Get the full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news and expert insights. Like, share, stay ahead.